Alright, welcome to episode 1 of the M.O.V, the Media Overview. Now today, we're going to take a look at two series that have been released on DVD. Now I've talked about these two before in regular videos, but really haven't emphasized on them much. Now, before I start this video, I first want to let you know that every video starting right now will probably be either one part, or in some cases might be two parts. The reason being is the fact that my account here on the YT is very limited to the 10 to 11 minute mark. It's not like many others that have the partnerships or have been with the YT since the beginning. But anyway, the two series, as I was saying, that I'm going to look at today that have been released onto DVD are two animated series that I grew up on, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people grew up on, throughout the 80s and the 90s. What is the series I'm talking about? Well, the first series I'm going to look at here is a series that debuted back in 1980. It had its original roots back in 1980. Then expanded into an animated series in around 1985, which aired on the Disney Channel for a couple of years. For at least it aired on the Disney Channel for at least 6 years, I should say, maybe. Then, after that, it aired exclusively back in Canada and other countries. And about 4 or something years ago, it was recently released onto DVD. But it wasn't released just as a box set, it was released individually. What's the series I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about none other than the Raccoons. And here in this video, this will be our first review. Now again, this might be a multi-part video, so I apologize for that. But we're going to be looking at the Raccoons first. And then our second DVD that we're going to be looking at is a series that I grew up on, and I'm sure a lot of people grew up on, back in the 90s. In fact, this aired in the early to mid 90s. It still has a cult following today. The comic that it's loosely based upon is still going. And if you Google some of these characters' names, you'll be surprised about what you find. And if you Google the series name itself, you'll be surprised at what you find. Its code name, if you will, or short name, or nickname, is SatAM. And if you're guessing Sonic the Hedgehog, you're right. Second review will be about the Sonic the Hedgehog series right here on DVD. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this possible, and probably will be, multi-part video review on the Raccoons and Sonic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to possibly part 1 of the M.O.V, the Media Overview in episode 1. Well, I actually welcomed you beforehand, but I should say welcome back. Now let's take a look at the Raccoons, which will be the first series we review. Now, a little bit of history lesson about the Raccoons here. Like I said, in my welcoming of you to the first episode of M.O.V, the Raccoons debuted in 1980. Now, they ran for at least 11 years, making it one of the longest, probably if not one of the longest, animated series of all time. Now, originally, like I said, its roots started in 1980 with the Christmas Raccoons. And then from there, they expanded into other specials, like the Raccoons on Ice and the Raccoons and the Lost Star. And of course, a direct-to-video special, the Raccoons Party or Dance or something like that. Basically, it's like an MTV kind of like dance thing. Now, in 1985, after that direct-to-video release of the Raccoons, Kevin Gills decided, the guy that created the series, created the characters, decided to take it to the next level and create the animated series. Now in 1985, when the animated series made its debut here in America, it made its debut on the Disney Channel. And as I mentioned at the beginning, it ran for about 6 years on the Disney Channel, just about that. And it introduced us to a lot of characters and a lot of adventures. But one of the main things that the Raccoons have done, which is really ironic and really cool, is they're actually one of the only series, animated series, North American-wise and Canadian-wise, to have a soundtrack released for it back at the time. The soundtrack, if I can find it, is called Evergreen Nights. I know here it is. Right here. This is Evergreen Nights. Now, of course, this isn't really this is not an official CD release of the Evergreen Nights album. As a matter of fact, if you look here on YouTube, someone has displayed the fact that they have the actual album of Evergreen Nights. Now, the main songs that are on there have been featured in the animated series throughout the years. Songs like, of course, the theme song, or the ending theme song, Run With Us. The other songs are like Here I Go Again, Stop the Clock, Ain't No Planes, All Life Long, Hold Back, New World, Growing Up, and Don't Fear the Fire. Now, some other songs were not released originally onto the album, and the only way I was able to get them onto this CD here was by downloading the MPEGs that were ripped right off the episodes. Songs like Calling You, Can't Trust Myself, Falling, Falling, Hold On, Hang On, Lions and Tigers, One More Night, Restless in the Night, the TV theme of Run With Us, which is a male singer, Shining, Someone Like You, Sooner or Later, Taking My Time, This Time, and there's more songs. There is more songs on there. In fact, I think I may have here. No, I don't. But like I said, this is not an official CD release. But I was able to find this picture of the album online. I was able to put this together as a collage. And, of course, make myself a CD. Oh, crud. Wouldn't you know, on the debuted episode that happens. But yeah, this is actually a CD I made, so it's not an official release. Now, for like I said, 6 years it ran on the Disney Channel. And for 6 seasons, like I said, in 6 years, it produced many episodes. Now these are the first 2 seasons. As you can see, you probably can't read that there, but it's got a lot of features. It's got cast bios, motion menus, language selection, Easter eggs, I don't know what those are, create a scene, be an animator, and then they got stuff for your DVD-ROM, like original animation cells, director's notes, Easter eggs, exclusive never-before-seen artwork, live drawing, test and animated sequences, computer wallpaper for your computer, and the same features on here as well. Well, actually, they got a little bit different, but it's almost the same features. The only difference is you got a QuickTime movie-like test, live drawing, basically same features except for the QuickTime deal. Right there. Same features. But what episodes are on there? But how many discs are in this box set? Well, like I said, the Raccoons were released individually. Well, here's the thing. Just like Zana Zarik of the Multimedia Chronicles, in which this series is inspired by, when he recently did his review of an overview of Danger Mouse, he indicated that the Danger Mouse set was individual DVD sets, individual cases, although they had maybe 1 or 2 or 3 DVDs inside. Well, the same could be said for the Raccoons. The Raccoons have 3 CDs, and they kind of combine together to form like a little picture there, you see in the middle? Now the DVD set was released, I'm pretty sure I could find it here. Here it is. The DVD set was released